Finally in January, like, I guess I better go figure out who this Miss Donato is. Like lettuce on a burger?
I can tell you really love your family. Hello everyone and welcome to the FNL podcast, where we will be talking about FNL, mental health awareness, and everything about SECA. I'm Lay, your host, joined by my co-host, Justine.
Hi everyone, as you may know, Mr. Pafford, our principal, has moved on, and we're all wondering who is our next principal. So today, our guest will be our new principal, Mr. Rossi. So let's dive into some questions and let everyone meet you. So first question, and most importantly, who are you, and give us a little introduction about yourself.
All right, well, hi everybody. I am Kyle Rossi. I am married with 2 kids. I get to that part of my story in a moment, but I grew up in Manteca, California, just down the road, where I was a soccer player and a tennis player, doing that kind of stuff, you know, just growing up in the neighborhood and playing sports. That's really who my identity was as a kid growing up. I then went to the University of Arizona, where I graduated with a history degree, and when I was there, just really trying to figure out what I wanted to do and who I wanted to be, but decided to go into teaching. So I ended up coming back up to California to become a teacher. I got a job at Stagg High School here in Stockton Unified, where I taught social studies and I taught government economics my first year teaching, and then later started teaching AP government and economics honors classes. As I evolved in that career, I also taught one of the AVID classes when I was at Stagg High School. AVID, for those who are unfamiliar with it, is Advancement via Individual Determination, which is getting those kids who are kind of in the middle. They aren't in honors and AP classes, but you get them in those honors and AP classes, and then you get them to be successful there by teaching them skills, and then they get into college, right? And they go do great, wonderful things. And so that was my experience in the classroom. During that time as a teacher, though, I met my wife at Stagg High School. She was an alum of Stagg, and she's an English teacher. She taught seniors English, and I taught senior government students my first year, and they were like, "Hey, do you know who Miss Donato is?" No, don't know. And Stagg was a huge campus at that particular time. She taught on the other side of the campus. I didn't really know who she was, and the kids kept talking about her. They talk about me with her. So finally in January, I'm like, I guess I better go figure out who this Miss Donato is. So I walked over and met her, and wow, I like Miss Donato. So we started going on some dates that spring, and here we are, married with 2 kids now, right? So that's kind of how my journey was there. Then we were married, obviously. So, but then I started teaching at a Pacific Law Academy. It was a smaller school, so I went there, taught government economics as well while there. During that time, I was still connected to Stagg as a teacher, Pacific Law Academy, 'cause it's right there next to each other. I also coached some soccer when I was teaching. I coached both the girls and the boys, assistant coach, head coach, and so I enjoyed that piece. And then a job came along for me to work with the AVID program at the district level. And so I did that job for about 5-6 years at the district level, working with all the school sites across Stockton Unified, helping them with their AVID programs, working with the high schools, the K-8 programs. And then it was time to transition to something new. And so I got an AP job at an elementary school here in Stockton Unified at Madison. And then I also went over to go work at Mata Elementary the last 2 years as an assistant principal. I enjoyed the K-8 world. It's a different environment than high school. It's smaller than the comprehensive high schools. I really enjoyed teaching at the comprehensive high school, but a smaller school was just something that I felt was better for me. And so that is why I was in a K-8 world, and then the job here at SECA came along too, so I'm really excited to be here at a small school. So, but currently, as far as that's kind of my work life. As far as me, like I said earlier, I'm married. My wife, she's a former English teacher, so she gives me that balance of former teacher to kind of tell me, hey, this is a good idea. If I have an idea, she's like, no. So I'm like, okay, got to listen to my wife, right? So, but no, now we have 2 kids. My daughter is 11, and my son just turned 8. So they definitely keep us on our toes. My wife is now a stay-at-home mom. I can't do what I do without her, right? She is that stability that allows me to be here and to be dedicated to the students who I serve. So it's a good balance. And my kids are fantastic as well. They're at a great age right now where we get to have a lot of fun together and travel and just do a lot of fun things. So got to go to Southern California this summer and see family and do Knott's Berry Farm and fun things like that. So I guess that's me in a nutshell, I guess. So
I can tell you really love your family.
Well, thank you.
I think being at SECA and being our principal would be a good environment for you, since this is like kind of like another family that you could have. We're all really close with each other, so this is perfect for you then.
Thank you. Yeah.
As you said earlier, you play tennis. Do you still play it now?
I have not picked up a tennis racket in a long time. I mean, here and there but no, definitely not on a regular basis. But I do love I love playing tennis. My grandfather got me into it. I love watching tennis now, especially the Wimbledon and U.S. Open. Those are just it's just fantastic to watch. So, but yeah, definitely was a tennis player back in the day. So
I enjoy it too. It's really fun.
Yeah, it's a fun
I
sport.
don't know. I got addicted to it.
Yeah.
It's addicting.
Do you play
Yes.
for? I mean, we don't have a
For
team here at
Stag. I
SECA.
should play for Stag,
Very
yeah.
cool.
I don't know, when you hit the ball, it's just like, it's so satisfying. The
It is.
sound is just, it's so clean.
It is, and with the good hits too.
Yeah,
it's like,
good
that was a good
hits.
one.
Ooh, yeah, you can tell.
Yeah. Are you? I know there's a ping pong club here. That's kind of tennis. Are you involved in
Kind
that?
of, but I haven't like joined that club.
Okay.
But I think it'll be harder.
Yeah,
I
it's a
think
little
it's
different.
better
Yeah, a little
to
different.
do it
yeah.
like the big ones.
Yeah. I'm getting a little older now. I might start pickleball. I heard pickleball is good for the
Oh
older people.
yeah, I heard that's more popular now.
Yeah, it is. It's getting
compared
very
to tennis.
popular. But time
think it's
thing
different.
too. Yeah.
Oh, thank you for sharing your story with how you and your wife. I can see you guys have supported each other through thick and thin, and it's honestly like it's a really sweet story to hear. So thank you for sharing.
Yeah,
about
the
that.
students even, we invited some of the students to our wedding because they played in our wedding as well. Yeah, so the orchestra was at our wedding playing the music. So it was a big part of who we are and that are bringing us together, right?
Oh, that's so cute. Maybe I should be a teacher. So, thank you for your input. We're going to the next question.
Sure.
What motivated you to become a principal or to be where you are right now?
Well, I've always enjoyed working with students, right? That was something that when I got into teaching, I really enjoyed working with particularly high school students. That was what I was teaching. The last couple of years, as I said, I've been at the K-8 world, so I'm excited for this transition back to the high school world because I feel this is my comfort level of the students I can work with. And I really enjoyed teaching. Every day brought new challenges, it brought new experiences, getting to know the kids. And then I did this AVID job where I got to go work with a lot of schools. And I had the opportunity to learn about instruction and how good teaching is. And I learned things that would have made me a heck of a lot better of a teacher. I know that. Changed my mindset on some things. And then I saw leadership, and I saw how people were leading schools. And I worked with several school sites that I saw really good things happening, and I saw some things like ooh, I wouldn't do that, but hey, it's their school. I'm not going to get in their business. But worked with some schools to help them become nationally recognized within that AVID world, right? So 3 schools were definitely nationally recognized, and so so that was something I really enjoyed, being a part of a family that the schools really brought me in to allow me to help them, and they helped me, and that was something I really enjoyed, that family aspect, and I think that's something I'm going to enjoy about SECA too, that you guys keep mentioning, and so. So then, it just went into becoming an assistant principal, and I never really thought that, being a principal, at some point you think it just kind of evolved. It never really was something I set out to do, and so each step has come along the way, but really what I want to be able to do to where I am right now is to support students, right? where we can build you guys to have great experiences, prepare you, allow you to have that agency so that when you leave here, you're doing great, wonderful things, right? And that's really what I want to make sure I'm supporting you guys with doing.
I think this job really is perfect. I know I've said it like a lot of times, but your love for high school students, right, and your love for your family, I think it combines that here.
Yeah, I think that's really important part of the culture
Yes.
of any school, and I think we can do that. Even it's already built. Mr. Padford has done a great job of doing that, right? So that piece is really exciting that I get to step into that.
Right.
So